Telangana as 29th state of India was created on 2nd June 2014 out of Andhra Pradesh. Hyderabad was declared as permanent capital of Telangana. For the time being, till new capital was not decided within a limited time frame, Hyderabad was to act as Andhra Pradesh temporary or transitory capital. CM Chandrababu Naidu, who had transformed Hyderabad as growth in the engine in late 90s, chose Amaravati as Andhra Pradesh capital after creation of Telangana. In doing so, about 33,000 acres of fertile land over 29 villages were acquired. Landowners were promised highly developed, highly valuable plots in return, apart from monetary compensation per acre per year. Interim government complex, temporary high court building, permanent legislative complex, several bungalows and apartments for officials, lawmakers, judges has already been built. Now, based on K. Sivaramakrishna Committee 2014, GN Rao Committee Report 2019, Boston Consultant Group Recommendation 2020, and High Powered Committee Report. The present state government, under the leadership of Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, has passed Andhra Pradesh Decentralization and Inclusive Development of All Regions Bill 2020 and the Andhra Pradesh Capital Region Development Authority Repeal Bill 2020. It was formally signed by AP Governor on July 31st, which effectively makes Vishakhapatnam as executive capital, Amaravati as legislative capital, and Kurnool as judicial capital. Having multiple cities is not a new idea. At present, Himachal has Shimla and Dhamsala, Maharashtra with Mumbai and Nagpur, and Karnataka having Bengaluru and Belgaum as two capital cities. In the past, Jammu and Kashmir, Srinagar, and Jammu, and Bihar with Patna and Ranchi has had two capitals. But among all these, the former was more of a permanent nature. At international level, there are some countries having multiple capital cities, Benin having Benin and Porto Novo, Bolivia having Sucre and La Paz, Chile having Valparaiso and Santiago, Georgia having Tbilisi and Kutaisi as its capital cities, with one as more permanent nature. But Andhra Pradesh recent idea is inspired from South Africa's three capital city model, Pretoria as administrative capital, Cape Town as legislative capital, and Bloemfontein as judicial capital. It owes this to historical organization of South Africa. Farmers and landowners of Amravati feels at loss and so have protested and filed various PILs in Andhra Pradesh High Court. Ex-CM Chandrababu Naidu has termed it as illegal and against the Reorganization Act of 2014, while the ruling government terms this as a need for balanced and inclusive regional development. So, let us look into some of the regional development models. Uh, the first growth pole theory given by Francois Porot in 1950s is based upon the central idea that economic development or growth is not uniform over an entire region, but instead takes place around a specific pole or cluster. There is a core industry in a region which is linked to other industries or support through forward and backward linkages. This core act as is a dominant in nature and act as a propulsor and multiplier of growth in the region. However, scale and agglomeration of economies near the growth models induce unbalanced regional development over a period of time due to linkages and higher congestion uh, in core secondary growth poles emerges. The second model of Medal's circulation causation theory, in short, explains why poor becomes poorer and rich becomes richer. It explains how the changes in one institution or industry through exogenous or endogenous factors brings changes in other institution or industry. Negative or backwash or polarization effect explains how a particular growing area gravitates every resources towards it and so grow at the expense of surrounding areas. On the other hand, positive or trickle down or spread effect explains how the benefits of growth in one particular area spreads over its surrounding areas. Rostow's model sees the growth of a region in five steps. The first stage of traditional society, in which there is limited technology and static society. Triggered by external influence, interest, or market, it enters second stage where agriculture and extractive industry is commercialized. Physical infrastructure and emergence of social political elites lead it towards the third stage of takeoff where manufacturing sector is developed, triggered again by increasing investment in manufacturing and development of various institutions as social, economic and political sphere. It is driven to maturity where development of wider industrial and commercial base occurs. It then reaches to high mass consumption stage driven by comparative advantage in international trade. Moving ahead, the Hirschman's theories of unbalanced growth is one of the most suitable strategy in breaking the vicious circle of poverty in unbalanced growth. So, industries having maximum linkages were to be chosen first for development. This would break the low level of equilibrium in poor countries and lead it to achieve higher equilibrium. For this, he suggested investment either in social overhead capital SOC comprising basic services, which would encourage investment in directly productive activities, that is DPA, by providing inputs to agriculture and industry. Core periphery model by Friedman in similar to Perrow's growth pole theory. Technological and technical, income, psychological and geographic are different reasons for development of growth poles. Accordingly, central cities, growth poles, development poles, and integration poles are arranged in increasing order of hierarchy of growth poles. Diagram shows that influence of the core reasons is different in the short and long term period. In short term it is negative, while in long term it is positive, owing to exceeding of absorption capacity of the core region, and so the peripheral region starts absorbing it directly, making profits from the development of core. So how these five growth models help in understanding the three capital formula for development of Andhra Pradesh. For sure, it wants to increase the number of growth poles so that the regional development is more inclusive and faster. But Rostow's stage model or Hirschman unbalanced model puts a caution to this approach. Moreover, the backwash effect and the investment in basic industry like education, health puts up further question. For now, the matter lies with High Court. Let's wait and watch in which way the decision turns out.